Greetings, everyone, and good evening, late good evening. This is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist. This is a late broadcast, but I promised myself that I did want to record. I had several things that prevented me from being able to record earlier, but I did promise myself I just wanted to get on and do this live today. So better late than never, I figure. So if you don't see it tonight, you'll see it. You can pull it up tomorrow. What I want to talk about tonight in just a brief time because it is past 10 o'clock. It's almost, but what I want to talk about briefly is that it takes time to win. If you're starting any online endeavor, internet, digital media, trying to start a business online, trying to build a following, trying to be an influencer and establish your brand, it takes time to win. So in this message, I want to speak to that fact and give you a little encouragement, motivation along the way that it definitely takes time to win, and we shouldn't be discouraged because we launched our platform and we're thinking I've done it for a month, I did it for 6 months, I even did it for a year, and I'm seeing little to no returns. Is it even worth it to continue doing what I'm doing? It's absolutely worth it to continue what you're doing. And in this broadcast, I hope that at the conclusion that you'll be a little bit more inspired, if not to continue going forward with what you're trying to do. I have a very long, deep history on the internet, social media. I've been here since the beginning, since 1995, being on the internet, learning about internet marketing since 1999. I made my first $40 on the internet in 2000, and that was excitement for me just to make $40 off putting a website up and a digital product up. And maybe a week or two later, some person I never met a day in my life saw my website, saw my product, and credit card in and purchased my product, and I earned $40 from that. And that was to be me seeing that this is real, it can happen, it can work. And from that point to now, I've been involved in several endeavors online, some success, some not so successful, but struggling along all the way. And I'm presently involved in digital marketing. I'm going to school for software engineering coding, and I also do this as well, building a brand to be a tech evangelist, to motivate and encourage people to learn about tech and move into tech fields and careers. But it takes time to win. As I said, this new platform that I'm doing now, Mustafa Talks Tech podcast, a blog, this YouTube page, is fairly new since just the beginning of this year. So I have seen little to no returns on my time investment thus far as maybe one or two people will support or respond, or sometimes responses to things. But I know it takes time to win. And I know that in 6 months and a year, that with pushing, that results will come, but they may be small gains, but gains just the same. So if you're doing something now online or social media, or you got a digital product, or you're doing something influencer wise, you're trying to push an idea out there, you have to be patient. We have to understand that there are billions people that get on any given day, billions. And I want to give you an example. If you walked into a room, right, and there were billions of people in that room, for instance, and all of them were screaming to the top of their lungs, right? And you walked into the room and you started screaming to the top of your lungs, your voice will be drowned out by the other billions of people who are screaming and talking to the tops of their lungs. So, unless you did something to stand out, you wouldn't be noticed because you're just another voice in a room of billions of voices trying to be heard. That's what it's like being on the internet. That's what it's like being on social media. That's what it's like when you're starting a website, starting a new blog, or starting a new podcast, or starting a new YouTube page. You are one voice in a room of billions who are all yelling, trying to get attention, all saying, "Look at me, see me, see me." And you're the quote unquote new kid on the block coming into the room saying, "See me, see me, see me." But your voice is being drowned out by the billions of others who are saying, "See me, see me, see me." And until and unless you do something to stand out, then you will be just one voice among many. So that's not to discourage us, but that's just to put us in the reality of understanding why we may not see those gains at first when we just started some, 2 weeks ago or a month ago or a few months ago or 8 months ago, because you are one voice screaming in a room of billions screaming, "See me, see me, see me." So it's going to take time for you to continue to put your unique perspective out there. And if you teach anything, somebody will follow. Someone will become convinced, and someone will find value in what you are producing and what you're putting out. And just like I said, you're that one voice in a room of billions screaming. You will have a unique angle or a unique hook what you're saying, and then some of those in that room will gravitate towards you, and over time you will build a tribe and you will build a following, and people will be magnetically attracted to you. But that takes time for you to stand out, because again, you're just one voice in a room of billions all yelling, "See me, see me, see me." So continue to produce your content, whether that's a new blog post every week, a new podcast episode, a new YouTube episode. Continue to talk on social media about your brand or your perspective or your product offering or what you're trying to influence in. Continue to talk and build those connections and allow people to see you. And the more you post and the more you present and the more you put out, see, your voice begins to rise above those other billions of voices that are screaming and crying, "See me, see me, see me." And then you will start to have people and eyes will start to see you. But again, it takes time to win. And you have to have enough patience and enough passion for what you are trying to push forward. Because if you're only doing this for money and money doesn't come in 6 months to a year, you will burn yourself out in that 6 months to a year, and then you will give up and move on to something else. And then if that doesn't work, you'll give up and move on to something else. So you have to have a greater purpose for doing this than just money. If you're trying to do a business online and you're just thinking, "I'm gonna pop a website up, I'm gonna put a blog up, I'm gonna put a few videos up, people gonna pop their credit cards, debit cards out of Cash App, and I'm gonna be rich, and I'm gonna run all the way to the bank with this." It's not gonna happen like that, family. You may start off just making $100 extra a week, $200 a week, an extra $500 a month. This may be just supplemental income. This may be just a side hustle. But if what you're doing is greater and has greater means for you than monetary considerations, then that greater purpose and passion will give you the energy to rise above the disappointment and the slow moving and um, seemingly lack of results immediately, and it will allow you to coast along. See, I'm asking you, can you produce 100 YouTube videos? Do you have enough passion and belief in yourself to produce 100 videos and nobody responds to them? See, that's the kind of commitment you got to have. You may start a YouTube channel and you may produce 100 videos and one or two people come on, nobody may come on. Can you continue to produce video after video after video and not get results? You may have to produce that 101st 101 video before someone even you even get on someone's radar, and they start seeing you and they start sharing you and they start telling others about you. You may have to produce 101 videos. The first 100 videos may have been nothing. They may have been great. You may have put your heart in it. You may put great production um expertise into it, but it didn't get on anyone's radar. Can you continue to produce 100 videos to that 101st video where people start saying, ah, him, he's the one, she's the one. Ah, I like that. I'm gonna start watching all their content. And then you become a hit and take off after that. The one. Can you continue to produce blog posts, 50 blog posts? I'm just throwing numbers out there. But could you produce 50 blog posts and no one reads it? No one comments, no one shares, no one gives you feedback and asks you for further clarification. Do you have enough passion for what you're doing to continue to write and write and write and write? And it seems like you're writing in vain and nobody's responding. But you know that what you are doing is more important than the seemingly present not lack of success, but you may have to produce 50 posts and get to the 51st blog post before you get on anyone's radar and people start seeing you and reading you and sharing you. Same thing with social media, same thing with a landing page, same thing with an email list. You have, it takes time to win. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in what you're offering? Do you see the vision and the end game in your mind before you get there? And that vision in your mind allows you to coast through, as I say, the ups and the downs, the wins, the losses, the lack of success immediately to get to the end. And if you just keep pushing yourself and keep believing in yourself and keep producing, I promise you, it's billions of people on the internet, billions of people on social media, billions of people on YouTube. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to over time attract an audience, and somebody's people, a tribe, a crowd will eventually begin to um, gravitate around you, and you will begin to have a tribe of people. You will begin to have people who will be your raving fans, your greatest supporters, your great sharers, your believers in you. And sometimes people think that you have to have millions of followers, 100,000s of followers. But I was introduced, excuse me, to a formula of success online where it talks about, the whole building your tribe concept. And this concept says if you could get 100 people to be your loyal fans, your raving fans, your number one supporters, right? Just 100 people. I get online every day. If you was able to draw and attract 100 people to be your tribe and your fans and loyal supporters, and those 100 people spend $1,000 with you a year, right? Just to consider, then that 100 loyal fans who spent $1,000 with yours, donated $1,000, however you want to figure it out, that would give you a six-figure salary every year. See, that's just an example of that. It doesn't take big numbers to have success. In that billions of people, you just need 100 people to be your loyal fans and your loyal supporters of your program. And I'm just using it, speaking in the monetary terms of it. It doesn't have to be limited to monetary terms, but I'm just giving an example of how small numbers can reap great results. And on the flip side of that, this idea of building your tribe, it says if you can get 1,000 people out of the billions who get online every day on social media, on YouTube, that are searching on the internet, on Google, if you can get 1,000 people to be your loyal followers, your raving fans, and that 1,000 people spent $100 with you over a year span, that 1,000 fans or loyalists who spent $100 with you will give you again $100,000 a year. Do you think $100,000 a year would do well for you, would improve your life, will allow you to function? So that again, on the flip side, is another example how if you can just get 1,000 people out of the billions to spend $100 with you a year. That will give you a six-figure salary. And again, I'm using monetary examples, but it doesn't have to be limited to monetary, but it's just to show the example that small numbers can reap great rewards in however you're trying to measure success online. So just keep pushing yourself and you will build that tribe. People will find you. People will gravitate around you. People will be supporters of you. People will be your loyalists. People will speak up your name and speak up your brand and speak up your program and speak up your product and speak up your offering. And you raving success online, on social media, on your page, on your whatever you do. But it takes time to win. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Be patient with the ups and downs of online life. Be happy if you start off just making $100 again a week, to $200 a week, $500 extra a month. And knowing your mind and your heart, if I can make $500 a month, I got to that level, then I can double it to $1,000 a month. If I can get to the level of regularly making $1,000 a month, and I can double it to $2,000 a month, and then double that to $4,000 a month, and double that to $8,000 a month, and now I'm making $10,000 a month online. So that's just giving you an example of how over time build yourself, celebrate the small wins, celebrate those small victories, and create some small benchmarks that you can reach easily but will still challenge you, so that over time you can just build your confidence in this process. Just say, hey, I want to start off making an extra $50 to $100 a week, and then master that, and then scale yourself up little by little. Make a goal where you say, on my YouTube page, I want to get 200 followers. That's a small number, but it's attainable. Say on my Facebook business, I want to get my first 1,000 subscribers. That's a small goal, but it's an attainable goal. And then start working towards that goal. And then once you get there, double the goal. Go for your 2,000. If you're shooting for 500 or so on your YouTube page, then go for your 1,000. If you got 1,000, go for your 2,000. Just keep scaling and leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. So this is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist. Just wanted to get that message out. It had been on my mind and my heart all day. And as I'm saying this to you, this is something that I'm presently going through because all of my channels are new as of this year. My YouTube page is brand new. I'm fully transparent. I only have 7 followers on the YouTube page thus far, and I'm producing video after video, but I built a successful YouTube channel before, and I know I can do it again. So I'm not discouraged by the small numbers. I'm inspired to build to the great, to the big time. My Facebook page for Mustafa Talks Tech is brand new, brand spanking new. So the numbers are small, but I built a successful YouTube business page before that had thousands and thousands and thousands of raving fans who are my number one supporters and share everything and like everything. So I know I can do it again, and I will do it. I'm not discouraged. My other endeavors of Mustafa Talks Tech, the podcast, the blog, everything is small right now because it's brand new. But I know in a year from now, I'm going to build it up. I know it's going to be powerful. I know it's going to be influential. It's going to be something that people are talking about and sharing. So that's the vision I have in my mind. And that vision, I see the end result before I even get there. So all I have to do is just keep marching forward, keep moving forward, and I will get there. And a year from now, my brand of Mustafa Talks Tech will be something monumental and influential. And I want the same thing for you that are listening to this message. I want you to experience the big time, experience success, experience being influential, experience being able to allow your passion to live out and allow your message to get out and allow yourself to be someone who is beneficial to others. So this is Mustafa Talks Tech. I did not intend to go this long, but when you're talking about good information and you get into the passion of it and it starts driving you, man, you just turn it off. So, but I'm gonna turn it off because it's nearly 10:39. It's definitely past this young man's bedtime, and I'm sure the people that are up this time, they're thinking the same thing. It's time to wind this thing down. So this is Mustafa Talks Tech, a digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist. Whatever channel you're on, if you're on my LinkedIn page and you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. Please follow me. Keep up with me. I'll be sharing a lot of information on LinkedIn. If you're on Facebook checking this out, definitely, if you're not already, like my page, link up with me, stay in contact with me. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of information on Facebook. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, definitely like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, great information is already on there, and more is to come. So this is Mustafa Talks Tech. I'm finna check out. I will see you guys on another broadcast sometime this upcoming week, and we will talk more about tech and how it benefits us, digital marketing, how it benefits us, and how it can help us move forward, our brand and personally. Peace.